Welcome to our 360 time lapse of the Haitian School Partnership with ECOHAB and Greater Good Haiti. Here we are building a primary school for the kids of Anse à Galette in Lagonave, Haiti. We have 5 classrooms projected to be built at this site, and we are here at a school that was started by Greater Good Haiti, and it's been active for 12 years now. It's a elementary school, and the kids who attend the school do not have to pay for school, which is very rare in Haiti. And even after their school, the organization Greater Good Haiti helps the kids to move on to further schooling and helps to fund it. So they've been very successful. They have a 100% graduation rate on the state exams, and it's just a great program. So what they were lacking, though, are some solid classrooms that can stay cool, provide water and power, and also be shelters in times of hurricane or even earthquake. So that is what we at ECOHAB came to do, is to help and partner with Greater Good Haiti and create some classrooms. We started with using used truck and automobile tires that we pound with earth from the site and from the community that is trucked in. Here on Lagonave, there's not a lot of work available, so we decided to hire a local crew to help us. And they would not only learn how to do this for themselves, but also earn a decent wage as they're learning. We brought a specialized crew of 5 or 6 experienced builders, and then we also invited people from off island to join and to donate so we could pay the local crew and get our train crew to the island and spend a month building classrooms. So now on this build, what we're seeing is that the tire work, which is basically the walls of the building, are pretty much done. We have some wooden door frames in place, and they are getting surrounded by bottle walls. And some of these bottle walls, you can see through the bottles, and we call those bottle bricks, and that lets light in and different colored light. And then the bottle wall going around the outside of the tire work is going to contain crushed single-use plastics that we just collect up off the streets and the beaches, and it's basically everywhere. There's no garbage collection here on this island. Garbage is basically just burnt. So, or thrown in the ocean. So we go around and clean up the beaches, and we're using that in this outer cavity wall as insulation. We also are seeing that this rebar cage was just put on the building and is now getting locked into place with a concrete beam that goes all the way around it. And this dome is going to be the roof of the structure. You can also see that we have a black cistern in place because this building is going to collect rainwater. Water is a huge challenge for the people of Lagonave, and we're actually in a town called Anse à Galette. Basically, there's only power to run wells an hour or 2 hours a day, and people have to get all their water and bring it home in buckets and then use it until the power comes back on again, and they can go back the next day and haul more water. And so in this case, we're just catching water from rain and storing it on site so people will always have access to water. And in this case, the kids will always have access to water. That dome has been plastered with a couple coats of fibered cement plaster. That gives us the strength on top of the rebar cage. And then we're also bringing in a lot of other cans and bottles and creating parapets to form a gutter around the roof. And then that gutter will direct the water into that cistern on the right. As we do the whole thing, there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of cultural exchange. And even though most of us don't speak Haitian Creole, and the Haitians don't necessarily speak whatever language we speak, it doesn't really matter because we're all working together towards the same goal to build classrooms for their kids. And even, some of the workers, their kids go to and attend the school. So it's just a really powerful experience to just sweat together, work together, and then at the end of the day or the end of the month, have this finished, functional classroom space. All right, so onward here, and we're probably 2 weeks into the project at this point, maybe even in our third week. We have insulated the top of the dome to keep the hot Haitian sun from conducting into the classroom. And that's a big reason why you can see that building at the distance has a tin roof, and that just conducts heat right into the space and makes those spaces very uncomfortable. Here we are insulating the roof, and so we're showing concepts of what insulation can do, how it can actually keep you cool, and also showing concepts of how to incorporate thermal mass. And that dense mass takes on cool temperature and stores it. As long as you can keep the mass cool via insulation, you end up with a very comfortable space. And people always comment walking into these spaces. The first thing people say, visitors, locals say, "My, it's so cool inside." So it's an amazing project. It's all been funded by donations, by people visiting and making a donation to be there for a month. And we are going to have many, many projects like this in the future. Our goal is to enhance communities with education and employment and buildings that will perform better than the traditional building and provide basic human needs like cool temperatures, water, electricity, and be robust in case of natural disasters. In this month, we also started the second classroom, and you can see the locals are really now getting the hang of it and are trained and are basically starting to become able to build these buildings on their own. You can see we just put on the rebar cage style roof on it, and we're going to lock it in with a bond beam as well. And we're doing the first coat of plaster on that rebar cage. Then it'll get a second coat, and then it'll get a insulation on top. Here we are inside, and you can see the team placing the concrete by hand and capturing the horizontal steel and creating us a nice ring, solid beam all the way around the building. And it's sort of like a compression ring in a way, so it keeps any thrust coming from the dome absolutely contained. So it's a very stable shape. The shape of it allows winds and rain and hurricanes to go over and around it. And then also in a seismic zone like Haiti, it's very, very, very stable in times of earthquake. So we look forward to working with all of you in the future. And thank you to those who have made donations and made this happen. We accept donations on our website, ecohab.org. Just hit that donate button. And keep an eye on the website and our social media for upcoming projects. All right. Thank you.